What's the haps? I'm Meroka and welcome back to Valhalla! I have upgraded my equipment a little bit. I have a proper martini glass now. Splashed out. It was not expensive. Does it look like I do things expensive around here? No, but I wanted some proper serveware to serve things in properly, so at least I look like I'm doing the right job. Today we're going to bust out the not Captain Morgan's Terrible Bells whiskey again. Because I'm desperate to try and find uses for it. We're going to be making a cocktail that traditionally is called the Rob Roy. I'm going to do a twist on it because Rob Roy's pretty heavy on the whiskey, and this is a really bad whiskey, so I probably don't want to go as heavy with it. So for this you will require a fancy glass, a mixing glass filled with ice to stir. My ice is frozen to my spoon. That's not supposed to happen. That's not how the pros do it. I'm hardly pro. So yes, one measure, 50 cl, I guess. One double measure. One generous, hearty double measure of that. Now, I've heard various figures on how much, what ratios you're supposed to mix, but generally, it's about 1 part whiskey, two parts, you can already see it in the background, vermouth red, Rosso. That's how cameras work. Yeah, Vermouth brand vermouth. Yeah, I went all out on this one. It was the cheapest one I could find, and vermouth isn't even expensive. To be fair though, it's a fairly pleasant drink. It's actually not all that bad. But I actually have a lot to compare it to, because I don't think I've ever tried a good vermouth either. So I'm not a connoisseur of the old vermouths. What I do know is that the bottle is half empty. Because I've had to drink some of it. It's a wine. Whereas whiskey, that stuff will keep forever. This is a wine. This stuff does not keep. You got about 2 weeks before it goes bad if you refrigerate it. And that seems weird to me because it's like, surely it's still a red wine? It's Rosso? I don't know. Is it red wine? It's not really. It's a vermouth. It's not really a red wine, is it? Normally they would suggest 2 parts whiskey to 1 part vermouth. I'm gonna swap that around. I've tried equal measures. That also doesn't work great, actually, if I'm honest. Equal measures, I can still taste far too much whiskey. The whiskey is not good whiskey. The sugar syrup one, the old short and stout sticky toffee whiskey, we'll call it what you will. That one, the sweetness of that, the overpowering sweetness of that, totally, entirely masked. I am gonna... Where have I put my lid for my whiskey? There we go. Entirely masked the whiskey, so that wasn't too bad. This one, the vermouth, is not as overpoweringly sweet. It is a sweet flavour. It is sweet vermouth, but it is not as overpoweringly sweet. This is... is this too much? This is quite a drink, actually, I'm making here. There's quite a lot of things in this. So give it a good mix, make sure it's well chilled, and then I completely failed to strain it into the glass, as is tradition, right? There we go. Nice and icy. Obviously expecting to see a little bit of the ice melting in there. So I get a little bit of water as well added to the recipe just to bring out those aromas, or so I believe the theory goes. Most people who know spirits will tell you that adding water to spirit tends to just bring out a few more aromas and things. Whether that works for a cocktail or not, I don't know. Let's try and strain it and make sure I don't overfill my martini glass, because I might have made too much here. I might well have made far too much. The martini glass, it looks like a large vessel. It doesn't hold anywhere near as much as you might think. Although, I guess, as you get close to the top, it holds more oil, because conical things. I'm going to spill this everywhere. With great care. Oh god, I nearly spilled it everywhere. Ta-da! That is not a Rob Roy. That is a... I'm going to very carefully put this down. I'm going to take a sip. Hey, that's okay. I think I cracked it. I found the magic numbers. That is kind of a backwards Rob Roy. It is a... What's Rob Roy backwards? It's a... Rob Roy. Boy Boar? No, wait, is that right? Roy. It's a your boar. Your boar. It is your boar. It is your one and only boar. Your boar. That's what we're calling it. It's your boar. Boar spelt B-O-A-R, obviously. It's your pet boar. That is what that is. Or something. Some sort of weird backwards Rob Roy. I'm okay with that. I'm going to clean up and then we'll do some videos. Okay, now let's head on in. Let us load a game. It's been actually a little while since I played this, so I'm going to have fun trying to remember all the names and videos. What words am I using today? Names and voices. Those are the things. Begins with a V. It's close enough. We did all this. We did the customization. I now have a stripy table and a teal blue wallpaper, which is what I like. So, well, what's a nano camo? Yeah, it's something to liven up things in this room. Let's go to work. We did all that last time. It's fine. Evening. So, I have made, because I came to the realization that this game has a really, really big cast list, and it keeps growing, and I know for a fact we still haven't met everybody. I know there's more characters in there I still haven't seen. I've now got a text document that I'm going to keep open while I play this, with the names and what I call all the characters' voices, so I can refer to them. So if I refer to those, that's what's happening. Art Vondelay I've got tagged as Biggles, which is basically what that voice is I give to him. Anyway, Dana's a Scottish voice. Oh, I didn't expect you today. I was waiting for you to call and say you wouldn't be coming or something. Things at the Apollo Bank are getting ugly, so that means more people will be looking for a drink. Oh, you can take a break, you know. You're quite the hard worker. And the streets are not exactly safe right now. They've never been when you get down to it. And besides, I can't afford not to come with the bar closing soon. I wonder if any bar has used impending closure as a means of getting their employees to work. Seems like the total opposite would happen. Not to mention I get bored out of my brains in my apartment, so I'd rather come here anyway. What did you say? Nothing important. Gil isn't back yet? Nope, I wouldn't worry too much about him though. If you say so. My girl's still here? Yup, she was sleeping so peacefully I felt bad about waking her up. So, would you mind doing that for me? Actually, yeah, I mind. You're the boss and it's kind of my fault she's here in the first place. Sorry about that. Hey, young lady, sleep another hour and we'll have to start charging you a motel fee. Where am I? Oh, right. Shoddy downtown bar. Let's see, all my gear is in place. And neither my pants nor my panties, shirt or bra have been displaced. Oh, it's the flat bartender. Good morning. Good evening. Evening? Oh well, it's still the best day of sleep I've had in quite some time. I wonder who was still watching her through all of that. Anime was a mistake. Sorry for the trouble I may have caused you today or last night. Don't worry. You're so nice, flat bartender. Thanks for taking care of me. Bye! Hello guys and gals, Streaming Chat's back in action with her batteries reloaded! Ah, the moon, it burns! I feel like I've just unleashed something terrible onto the world. Come on, it's not that bad. Say, what's this bottle? A client gave it to me yesterday, a gift of sorts, I'm guessing. Oh, cool. It's some sort of rum. Rum doesn't... It's weird how they just occasionally make references to actual drinks in this. Like a Rob Roy. They haven't made reference to that. That's an alright drink. I don't know how much longer I have to use that vermouth before it goes bad, so I'm just like... I need to find things that I can make with that. There are not many things that I know you can make with that. However, it's not actually awful drunk straight either, so... That works. Yeah, it's weird that they're like, hey, rum, it's a bottle of rum. It's like, I haven't... We're making cocktails here. I ain't used rum in anything. Kind of seems like having a bottle of rum on hand in the bar would be pretty handy. see, we seem to have displaced rum and vodka, etc., in favour of powdered delta and Bronson extract and carmatrine. Rum. Okay, nice. Rum, nice. Want me to serve you a bit of it? Yeah, sure. Okay. Oh, it's in bottle drinks. Cool. Drag it to the shaker before mixing. It's just, I mean, it's straight rum. We probably shouldn't be shaking it or stirring it or mixing it, but I guess it won't hurt it because there's nothing to shake it, stir it, mix it with. I mean, does she like it on the rocks? Maybe not, I don't know. I like my rum on the rocks. While we're diverting the topic, there's a new bar opened up in town that has a very, very good rum, which is rather pricey, but it is. Ronza Kappa 23-year-old Solera rum. That's a really good rum. If you ever get a chance to try that, I would recommend that one. That's pleasant. It's a very sweet rum. Got kind of a lot of sort of honeyed, syrupy kind of treacly kind of thing going on. It's tasty though. It's very tasty. Okay. Every drink here is priced at $500, Dana. Okay. One $500 rum coming up. It's exactly the same icon as it. Yep. We poured it into the shaker, shook it up a bit, and poured it back into the rum bottle to serve. There we go. I guess the mechanic had to work somehow, but I guess they could. I feel like they could have just avoided that entire interaction there, and it wouldn't have affected the story at all. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to enjoy this in my office, thanks. Anytime. Okay, then. Music! Alright then. I suppose we should get rid of all of these. And I should probably start looking at buying some more if I can. I don't know. Sure. Where's Out of Orbit? Because I like that one. Have I gone past Out of Orbit? There it is. It's on the second to last page. Carmatrine Dream. I think I like Carmatrine Dream. I think I've said that before. It's one of those songs that is like, I feel like I know what that one is, because I'm sure that was in the prologue, and I was like, that was good then. Will you remember me? I wonder if I can use the same songs twice. I haven't even attempted that. Oh well. Time to serve, mix, and change lives. Serve, mix, and change lives? Wait, no. I got it wrong. I've been saying it every day of my life for years, whilst I've been working this job. And I forgot it. I have serious brain damage. No one here to retort. It feels lonely without Gil here. Just hope the restlessness in the streets doesn't lead to dangerous or weird types coming in here. Oh good, it's a brain in a jar. That's a voice I know how to do. What voice do you give to a brain in a jar? I guess a sort of synthesized robot-y voice. Because, I mean, it doesn't have a mouth. I mean, in the recent Patreon-only video series I recently did, which was Chroma Squad, there is a brain in a jar, and I just gave it a robot voice, so... But there it was very, very obviously, this is a synthesized thing, this is a prop. You are recording a TV show, this is one of your props. It's basically your robot narrator thing. Okay. Good evening. Holy shit, that was a record-breaking jinx. Welcome to Valhalla, what can I get you? Up, have a blue fairy. Don't make a joke about becoming real. Don't make a joke about becoming real. On it. Let's give this, a brain? A blue fairy? Okay. Sure, Is there anything else I could get it? I don't even know. I guess we haven't had enough. I mean, do you get a brain drunk? Do we get a brain drunk? It wants to be aged. I mean, I guess we'll throw some of that in there. Blue fairy, go on then. Here you go. Nice. Yep, this is the thing. So, how does this work? What's the logistics here? How are you gonna... Oh, you can grab stuff. Should have figured as much. You can drink stuff? And eat. I have the same system Lilim do. Can I ask you something, Miss? Taylor, just call me Taylor. And yes, a cutie like you can ask me anything. Okay, Taylor. You have to be the first person I met that didn't go, okay, just Taylor. Nah, too easy. You are a brain in a jar, right? I'm sure not a hologram of that, I'm sure. Yep, I'm a bona fide human brain in a jar. So, what's the story? 'Cause I ain't got too many of them coming in here on a daily basis. What? Does my handsomeness make you speechless? You're not something a girl sees every day, and that's saying quite a bit in these parts. We're not, for I have a speech prepared for these situations. Execute speech.exe. Speech? You're seeing one of the 5 great living bottled brains of the world. We are brains living in conditions that allow us to exist as any other humanoid creature. All while computers in our jars scan our activities. In a slow but steady manner, we are helping the world understand the inner workings of nature's most complex computer. I'm guessing you prepared that after being asked the same question too many times, huh? Not out of exasperation or anything like that, mind you. I just want you to have something thoughtful prepared. Look, I even have a couple of pamphlets with me. You want one? Sure? What brings one of our world's 5 brains in jars to this place, though? Oh, I'm from around here, actually. I just wanted to take a walk for the first time in quite a bit of time. Have you come here before? Sadly, no. Otherwise I'd remember a cute face like yours. Speaking of which, can I have your name? Oh, sorry, I was like, hang on, I already asked her name. Right, yeah, no, getting the characters mixed up for some reason. Yeah, can I have your name? It's Jill. Jill, that's a really cute name. I'm being flirted with by a brain. This is weird. This is very surreal. Why? This bar attracts the weirdest people in this city, and this city has the weirdest people in the planet. Why is this? I don't know. Martini glasses look good, but they're very, very impractical. I should just stick to wine glasses. Thank you. Weren't you scared of going outside today with the commotion around and all? It didn't stop you from coming here either, did it? Yeah, you're right. It's gonna take more than cryptic but ominous news to stop me. You're awfully energetic. Did you know that? Sorry, does that bother you? No, not at all. I just figured the brain in a jar wouldn't be so happy. While I was alive, my body got to a point where there wasn't much I could do. This new state of existence allows me to accomplish more than I ever could before. Plus, I'm doing something that'll help people in the long run. Wouldn't you be happy? I wonder... Do you wanna make me happy, Jill? Depends on what it takes. Don't worry, just give me a beer. Alright then, yeah, I'll make you happy. 1 beer to make Taylor happy. I do feel like I'm missing out on a lot of content by not making weird things, but I don't know... I don't know what else a brain might like. There's nothing obvious there. Just make a beer, I guess. 1 of those, 2 of those, 1 of those, 2 of those. Can I just like make a big beer? I mean that's technically wrong, right? But I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't... fuck. Forget, I'll just stick to the script. Yeah, a beer. Yes, no matter what happens, beer's always good. It's interesting though, just yesterday I was talking to a client about brain uploads. You what? Yeah, we're talking about how even if you upload your brain, you'd still be here. I've thought about that too. Do you think the you in the cybernetic environment would feel like she was indeed transferred? Like, would she remember everything? Like waking up someplace else and so on? That's an interesting question. I was actually thinking earlier about being able to transfer someone's brain into a Lilim. One of the brains is being used in such an experiment, actually. They can make a functional Lilim. Unfortunately, the wiring and other stuff makes it look more creepy than anything. They aren't transferring his identity or anything though, just wiring him to a body. Oh. You'd think someone would rather do that than float around exposed in a jar. I have to admit the whole brain thing does look creepy. Yeah, just a little. But the body I'm telling you about is just uncanny looking. Speaking of uncanny, how did you feel when you saw yourself like this for the first time? It was quite a shock, actually. It didn't last too long though. I was never too attached to my body. Later in life, that was almost literal. You know what the downside to this body is. I can't get drunk. If you want to call that a downside. If you wanted to drink alcohol for the taste, there are many alternatives. Drunkenness is part of the whole experience. Why though? Lilim can get drunk, no problem. Yeah, but in their case, their brain's a computer attached to their body. Getting drunk causes their brains to reduce the input speed to their bodies. Depending on the model, their drunk subroutine might throw in a different behavioral cycle even. It's hard to get drunk when the whole point of you being in a jar is figuring out exactly how you'll work. Yeah, you're right.